Welcome to the Church of Thomas. These are readings from Awakenings in an Age of Angels. This chapter is called One Taken, One Left Behind. Jesus said there will be two working, and one will be taken and one left behind. Because he was speaking to young souls, he did not explain further. When the war between good and evil comes, all angels will be called to duty to fight. There are ones who live in heaven in the Spirit, need only don their weapons. There are also those in heaven who do not normally wear armor, who will have to get their armor as well, because it is not their normal attire. There is also a group of angels in reserve that must shed human bodies to be able to fight in the spirit world. They are the ones that live human lives so that they can learn more and to minister more directly. They minister to the younger souls that are people. If the one calls them to service, they would first appear to the people to have dropped dead. They will come from every age body and every religion and every walk of life. The age of their bodies that die will not correspond necessarily to the soul's age. If someone were watching and they could see a person step free of the body and clothing, they would be of a radiant aspect but unclothed, of any age appropriate to their soul's experience. A toddler might step free from an elderly person's dead body. A middle-aged person might step free from an infant's body. An angel of stately age might emerge from a gangbanger's body who seemed to be known for more stopped fights than gang wars. A toddler angel just starting her journey might step from a CEO of a profitable company that had a new reputation. This CEO had a reputation for always treating every employee with dignity and respect. When they have shed their bodies, they will accept new clothing. The clothes are simple white shifts, red marks on neck and arms. If a person were watching and able to see, they would realize that the toddler angels bore a single ring of red around the neckline of the shift. Her older brothers and sisters would bear rings around the sleeves. More rings would indicate older souls and more experiences. The rings are like hallmark tours of multiple duty in a person's body. Once they are clothed, they raise their arms again to receive their armor, then raise them again to receive their swords and shields. The armor and weapons, as well as their appearance, will be radiant as the sun. Their wings are unobstructed by the armor. Every shield is sized to the angel. The sword they carry is proportional as well. In formation, they ascend to fight alongside the archangels and the older generations of angels. Our leaders are Jesus and the Holy Spirit, his twin who is always by his side. As the angels rise in flight, they will be joined by their twins. This will happen whether they met in their human life yet or not. They are mates and as such would be drawn together at one another's location to protect each other's backs during the coming battle. None of this is an insult to a person. Would you hand a child a sword? Not all souls are mature enough to not only understand the nature of the liar, but also be able to stand their ground in the face of that soul vampire. There are many souls that have grown into near angel status. In their service, crisis intervention, and love of the One, they have grown through many lives. It is important to have people of the One to minister when the angels have to leave. It is just as important to guard the hearts, souls, and minds of those still in the world. These will step up at the right time to fill in for the ones who are called to leave and fight. You will know them because they will not ask for payment, compensation, or glory. They will be as much like Jesus as is humanly possible. Their words will not be of lawsuits, big projects, or blame. Their words will be righteous and of unconditional love. Their deeds will reflect that unconditional love. When they err, they will immediately accept the responsibility. They will not try to shift the blame or hide their flaws, even if it means loss to them. The apology and atonement will be heartfelt and without guile. You will know them by the fruit that they bear. If any good person, no matter their soul's age, keeps a single soul from fearing, they are doing the One's deepest desire. Any person who comforts by word or deed is doing the one's work. Every hug, smile, kind act, or no strings attached act of selfless love deprives the liar of sustenance. Heaven will be shown to all when the liar is starved out. Some people may ask why bother trying if there are all these angels already around. The one wants all souls to grow. The only way to grow is to keep getting better. It's like a muscle. A soul cannot grow if it is not exercised. Even an angel's spiritual muscles would grow flabby if they did not do their own growing by works of love. The one wants you to be strong. The one wants you to mature. Not even angels know when these things will come. Only the one knows the whole picture. Only the one knows when the battle will be. There will be small battles every day. There are small tests every time love is challenged to look for the light instead of despair. Love will win in the end. That is the only true certainty. Trying to dwell on or figure out the date or time wastes time and energy. This is the time and energy that would be better spent doing good. This obsession robs you of valuable learning opportunity. It blinds you to the lessons that are all around you. A man who is trying to consolidate the doctrine he had taught wrote the book of Revelations. It is not the words of Jesus. John was trying for political reasons to strengthen the resolve of churches he had helped found. The references he made all had contemporary meanings. He used bits and pieces of visions to bolster his claims. Some of the images that came from the one were true, but John took them out of context to create stories that fit his own personal agenda. This was a blatant misuse of his gifts. It is better for the meaning of a vision to remain hidden but faithfully recorded. The generation or people it is experienced by may not understand a vision. The vision may become as clear as pure water sometime in the future. If people rewrite the vision, its meaning may be lost for all time. Satan and that crew do not live in a particular place. They don't need homes. They are wherever there is hate, abuse, slavery, and darkness. They can live in people, but only when they are invited in. It is much more efficient to steal and manipulate outside the constraints of flesh. The whispers that cause people to despair, to hurt each other, are enough to build the negative energy that they feed on. It does not excuse the hater or the abuser. They choose their paths. But it will never be a free ride. There is always a bigger price to pay around the corner. Evil makes many promises, but the liar will always be changing the rules to suit their interests, not the abusers. What evil wants is the energy. They cannot get any from the one. They are cut off from love and life. At worst, this can create a self-fulfilling prophecy of sorts. The potential and creativity of the mind is limitless. Much suffering has come in history by people trying to force the end to come. In microcosm, much torture and works of the liar have come from people trying to force the end times. This makes the evil of this world very happy. It creates fear, uncertainty, and lucrative opportunities for televangelists. There will always be those screaming that they know the exact date and time. They have all been wrong. They will always be wrong. I repeat, only the one knows and sees the whole plan. There is no more to say.